Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ray Mills here. I wanted to talk a little bit to y'all about this microphone that I just got that I absolutely fell in love with. I recently upgraded from a Blue Yeti mic to a Wave 3. The Blue Yeti served me very well, actually. I had it for quite a while. Actually, I had it since I first started live streaming. It was one of my first purchases that I made for myself. And it's a very flexible mic, maybe a little overpowered for what I needed it for, but a lot of umph in that $100 that I spent on it. Actually, I might have spent 130 on it at the time that I bought it, but it's a great mic. But I was looking for, I guess, something with better software. I guess that's where I've been recently. So I've been looking at a lot of these microphones that have been coming out recently, and since the Wave mics have come out, software has just happened to get so much better when it comes to these microphones. And like before, what I was mainly interested in was like things like the GoXLR, right? So if you're not aware, the GoXLR is like this audio interface that allows you to plug mics into it and adjust the levels of like the microphones and the different things pumping out audio on your computer right here on this little hardware module that you put on your desk. It's super fancy looking and it's like 500 some bucks. And so it's not cheap. I needed something that allowed me to get access to those features. I really wanted those features. And I discovered that the Wave mics pretty much allow for that feature set, but they do it through the software and they don't require any extra purchases other than the mic itself. And so that was very, very tantalizing for me. And it's a very focused mic. That was one of the things that I liked about it in comparison to the Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti has a lot of different modes that like allow you to talk into it, and it'll pick up audio differently based on the mode that you have selected. But I only ever use one of these modes, and it is the Cardioid mode. And that is actually what this microphone here, I keep pointing up here because that's where the mic is. But that's what this mic has. It has one mode, and it is Cardioid mode. What Cardioid mode is, allows for whoever's in front of the mic to be picked up the clearest. Everything around or behind the mic gets faded out or doesn't get picked up at all. I just don't need all those extra modes. Like, it's not like I'm recording a podcast with multiple people using the same microphone, or I'm not like, singing a cappella with the homies, or, I'm not like, recording music on it or anything like that. The Blue Yeti just doesn't have the software that I need in order to get what I need out of my mic these days. And so that's essentially why I chose the Wave 3. I think it still holds up. I personally think that microphones are just now catching up to what the Wave is able to do through software. And so I absolutely love it so far, and it sounds great. And yeah, it's fantastic. You can put different audio filters on it, just like you would, like, I don't know if you know what VSTs are, but you can actually like put these like VSTs, these audio filters on the mic, and you can actually tweak how it sounds, so you can make yourself sound bassier, or you can make yourself sound more clear, or you can modulate your voice and sound like Darth Vader, or I don't know, do some cool stuff with it. Do whatever you want with it. And if you have a Stream Deck, you can actually toggle those effects at the click of a button, and that just has the ability to beef up your videos and your live performances so much. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the mic. This video, like I said, is being recorded on the Wave 3. That's what I'm using now. So let me know what you think of the audio quality in the comments. And yeah, let's talk about it. This is the box for the Wave 3. It is a big old box. There's a Wave 1 and a Wave 3 available. The Wave 1 is $100. I do not have the Wave 1. I have the Wave 3. The Wave 3 is $150. The difference between the two is this little button, little interface that you see here right on the front. If you actually click in that button, that light at the top toggles through those different modes. So the first mode is just like your mic volume, your gain. The second toggle is your mic or your headphone volume, and then the third volume is the monitor mix. But what makes this thing great? What's Elgato trying to sell you here? Let's talk about it. So superior circuitry, to be honest, I don't know what that means. So I don't really care about superior circuitry, but like, thank you for that, Elgato. I will take your word on it. Anti-clipping technology, that was a big selling point for me because I'm very, very loud, and I could actually talk really freaking loud into this microphone and get right up on it like that. You know what I mean? And what it will do is it won't distort because actually you tell me, did that distort? Did I get too loud for you? You let me know. I should have gave like a headphone warning. Headphone warning, beware. But yeah, anyway, what this anti-clipping technology is supposed to do, the way I've understood it is there are like 2 audio tracks going through this mic at any given time. And when that main audio track gets like really loud, like the way I was just now, it'll swap it out for a less loud audio track. And it does it on the fly. So right as I start getting loud, you know, like this, you know, it switches those audio tracks. And it prevents, you know, that ugly distortion that comes from shitty mics. So it has 0 latency monitoring, which is something that comes standard with a lot of these microphones these days. Well, I'm imagining it comes standard. I know it was on my Blue Yeti. And so essentially what that is you plug your headphones into the mic and you can actually hear yourself talk through the mic or talk into the mic through the headphones. And so that allows you to kind of better gauge what's being picked up by the microphone. Very handy feature and very valuable if you stream and game with headphones or, you know, speak into the mic with headphones and whatnot. Also handy if you have pets or kids or anything around like in your environment that you need to be aware of and you don't want to be completely isolated from what's going on outside of your headphones. Monitoring is great for that. The multifunctional control dial, I mentioned that. You click the dial and it cycles through those modes that are on the front. These bad boys there. It also has a capacitive mute sensor. So essentially what that is, a little like touch button at the top of this microphone here. If you tap it, you go on mute. There's no click. There's no like resistance that you have to put on, or you know, no pressure that you have to put on the mic. It's simply a tap and it's a wonderful thing. Hopefully you didn't hear anything when I was just muted just now. Hopefully you didn't even hear me interact with the mic itself. Hopefully it just got quiet. That's what I'm imagining that it did. Actually, I know that's what it did because I've been using the damn mic. It's great. It's fantastic. I love that button. It's got an internal pop filter, so like if you popping out popping a lot of S's and P's and B's, not B's so much, S's and P's, that pop filter is supposed to kind of smooth out a lot of those ugly P's and S's. Interestingly enough, you can actually buy a pop filter specific for the Elgato, even though it comes with one, and it'll just be like you'll have a pop filter ×2, and you know, it's an extra thing to spend money on, but it will actually, as far as I've been told, improve the quality of your stream audio, or your audio in general. I mean, you're streaming or making videos or whatnot. Yeah, your money won't go wasted having it. You can also get a shock mount for it as well, which I didn't buy, but I think that'll be something that I'll get probably eventually. I just haven't pinpointed the need for it just yet. And then it talks about the modular mount. Essentially what that is it has a little base that you can screw on to it or screw off of it, and you can put it on mic arms. Like, you know, I believe mic arms are universal. So you just, you know, put it on a mic arm and you take it off the mount and it'll work. I think that's what it's talking about. I don't really know. Again, I'm no audio expert. I'm no tech expert. I'm just a fan and I'm just a streamer that is kind of trying to communicate what worked for me. And if you are a little bit like me, maybe this will be good for you. So what makes this a great mic for me? So I've been more interested in software recently. It's as simple as that. I need my mic to sound great. Actually, one of the things that I liked about the Wave when I bought it was, in comparison to my Blue Yeti, was that I sounded less tinny, less reverby. Like, the room sounds a little smaller and a little more condensed in the Wave 3. And that also could be because I have some filters set up on mine. Yeah, I was really interested in the software suite. So that's that's essentially why I bought this thing. Like I was interested in that software, man. And so let's actually take a look at the software. It was really, really confusing setting this up. So I think that if you want a mic that works out the box, this works. But with what you're getting for the money, I think you'd be crazy to not utilize the software that this thing comes with. You only get access to this software if you have a Wave mic. And so with that, I think that's interesting because if you have other mics, it'll pick those up too. But you have to have a Wave mic connected. And so I think that's really, really awesome. But I wanted to actually show you the hardware, or show you the software and show you what I like about it. I don't know that I'm going to be the best at explaining this, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to hit this gameplay filter here. And hopefully you see my desktop, which you do. Awesome. Cool. So I've already gotten my Wave set up, or my Wavelink software set up. This is not how to look when you land on it. It'll just have this input, the Wave 3 or your Elgato Wave input. Off to the side, there's this channel button that allows you to add an audio input. And you hit it, and it gives you this drop down of different inputs that you can add. But if you select one of these, they don't really do much out of the box unless you choose a microphone. You can see that it has the microphones that I have hooked up into the mic, or into my computer, routed through this software. So I could adjust the levels of that if I wanted. But again, I don't have access to that unless I have a Wave mic on me. Cool. So the way this would work, actually the first thing you're going to want to do before you even set any of this up, you can customize and have all these channels set up all you want, but you're going to have to do something before you get access to these actual inputs. What the inputs are simply they take the audio that pumps through Windows and they put it through here so that you can monitor it and you can adjust the levels. So technically your audio outputs become your inputs. And so in order for Windows to recognize that happens when you load up your software, you're going to want to press this filter button on the top right. It's right to the left of the cog. And so if you click it, it's going to bring you to your app volume and device preferences. The first thing you're going to want to do is change your master volume out, or your master output, to Wavelink system. So actually, now that I have this expanded here, you can actually see that there are all these different inputs in here now. So there's Wavelink game, aux, browser, music, voice chat. I'll explain what all that is in a bit. But what you want to do first is change your main output to Wavelink system. Cool. Now you can see if I were to say change my volume, you can see that my system input is picking up that sound. And so every sound that comes through Windows, it'll just get routed through there. And so I actually have both of those turned down a bit. But I'll get into that. Oh yeah, I guess I should get into that now. So let's talk a little bit about what's on the interface here. So we talked about the inputs here. You can see the audio that's being picked up on each input. I'm talking in the Wave 3, so you can see that I'm talking. Cool. The next thing you have is your actual like computer audio, your headphone audio, like what's being routed through your computer at the moment, what you hear essentially. This left bar is what you hear. As you can see, I have my Elgato Wave muted. If I unmute that for my computer, then my mic will, or my mic and my voice will pretty much be picked up through the computer. I'd be able to hear it. It'll cause very ugly reverb or really ugly feedback, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But the broadcaster one is on the right, and so this is what gets picked up to whoever you're streaming to. And so as you can see, both of these are up at full volume. I also have this link button here. If I click that, what it'll do is it'll lock these like the difference between these two bars in place. So as I adjust them, they'll both adjust at that same level here. And so that way you don't lose any balance in case that's something that you need. Yeah, so then once you have your your output set to wavelength system, you can simply go through the apps and figure out which inputs you want to pick up which apps. And so Discord is a good example. I actually want Discord to route through voice chat. And so I'm going to choose wavelength voice chat. And now every single sound that comes through Discord is going to go through wavelength voice chat. I don't know why there are two Discords, but I want both of them to go through wavelength voice chat. Yeah, and so there's also this sound effects panel. So if you have a Stream Deck, you can actually make your sounds come through the wavelength input. The way you do that is you go to your Stream Deck audio, you choose your sound, and it'll actually give you a choice to change the audio output to that thing. Actually, I can show you instead of explaining it to you because that's the beauty of it. And so I'm going to click my air horn here, and you can actually see the output goes to Wave SFX. And so if I hit this sound, kind of loud, but if I hit that sound, you can see that it picks up through the SFX. And so if I turn this down, like say 40% on my headphone volume, you can see there's going to be substantially lower in volume. And so in order to get access to this kind of feature set, you typically have to buy an audio interface, which costs a lot of money. And it also costs the amount that it would take to get the gear that you need to use it. And so all of this comes with the software. For 100 to 150 bucks that you pay for the hardware, you get this software that comes with it, and that is incredibly powerful. Another thing you can do is add VSTs, add audio effects to each of these inputs. So if you wanted to make any of these modular, or like, you know, put like a Darth Vader voice or something, or you just want these to come through a little bit more clearly, you can actually add an audio effect. This says if I click this plus sign and click get more audio effects, it's gonna take me to this this page. I don't know why I zoomed in, but I'm gonna keep it that way. But it takes me to this Elgato page with a list of audio effects that I can download and tinker with. Right at the, you know, just at the click of a mouse button or two or something. You know what I mean? This is the one that I have, Re-EQ. I don't know a whole lot about audio and, you know, mixing and effects and whatnot. So really what I wanted was to just get the most out of my sound. And so if I actually click this, let's see. I believe it's Re-EQ. So yeah, if I click my little audio effect button at the bottom of each input, and then hit the plus button, and then this is after you've installed your plugin. So that's also a whole other process that those software steps you through. It's not very hard. You click one of these, it drops into this list, and it allows you to change these things on the fly. And I really wish I knew which one of these were. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So yeah, then from there you can just tinker with your software. As you can see, one of these is actually supposed to have some settings that I already customized, and I'm not sure that it's customized, and I might have messed it up adding a new input, but or a new audio effect, but it's all good. I'm just gonna delete one of these. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can add VSTs to any of these inputs, and it's super powerful. I didn't even talk down here about the monitor mix and the stream mix. The monitor mix is essentially what's coming through the computer. As you can see, there's no audio being pumped through the computer. Essentially what that is telling me is that my mic is muted and my computer is not making any noise, especially when I compare it to the stream mix. This is what the stream hears, or would hear if I were broadcasting. I can actually click this ear and it'll swap which mix is broadcasting through the speakers, so that I can hear how how each of these mixes sound. Again, very, very powerful. And so, yeah, I personally think that having access to this software this way is just, it's a game changer. So essentially, oops. Oh no, did it mess up again? No, it didn't. Oh, There we go. All right. So I had a little bit of a goof there. Sorry about that. So where was I? So, mics are in a really interesting spot these days. So there's so many cool mics that you can buy, like this USB mics that don't require these like elaborate interfaces. And I mean, they come with their own, and they have their own like tool sets, but they're usually more expensive. And 100 to 150 bucks. You just honestly, you can't beat the feature set that you're getting for the amount of money that you're spending on it. And I love this mic. It's only a few years old. I think that the mics that are coming out, especially the USB mics that are coming out in 2022, are all really, really solid. But you know, I'm not trying to spend 250 bucks on that right now. Like I'm still trying to figure out how to make the most of what I have. And again, that software was just so good. But I would check out Epos Vox. I'll put his name up on the video. But he actually gives some really, really detailed descriptions of the different mics that are available. So if the Wave 3 doesn't sound like really what you're interested in, or if you're interested in a more broad feature set, then those options are definitely available to you now. And I think, I mean, they're great options from what I've heard. But not everybody has that kind of money to spend. And quite frankly, I don't think that most people are even going to be buying those types of devices. I think that the average streamer is going to want more bang for their buck. And for that reason, I think that the Wave mics are honestly kind of unbeatable for the price. 100 to 150 bucks if you catch it on sale is cheaper. And you just get so much. You get so much with the software. And not only that, the mic sounds great. And highly recommend this mic in 2022. I don't think that it's gotten any less valuable, even with all of the new microphones that are coming out. I think it stands up like a champ. One thing I guess I wanted to mention is the mic itself is physically light and is like made of plastic. Like people complain about like the build quality, like, you know, it's made of plastic. I mean, it is a thing. And the mic's actually quite light. I had some trouble with that. I have a blue mic stand. It's not literally blue, but it's made by the company Blue, and it's pretty heavy. And it was served better with the Yeti Blue on it, or the Blue Yeti on it, because that mic is actually physically heavier, and so it was able to keep the mic stand down in a way where I like could use it, as opposed to the Wave mic, which is so light that the actual stand has a problem staying in position because the mic doesn't weigh itself down. Like it's L-shaped and kind of hanging over my stuff right now. And so I honestly wish that the mic were closer, but this is as close as I've been able to get it without it moving. But yeah, it's a great mic. And yeah, I would buy it if I were you. If you're in the market to spend 100 to 150 bucks on a microphone and you're interested in powerful software that allows you to tinker with things, like if you're a tinkerer, you're gonna love this software. If you're not so much of a tinkerer and you want things to work out of the box, I do think this mic works for you, but I don't think you'll be getting your money's worth if you're not going to be using the software. But I mean, you still get your money's worth. It sounds great. Again, you be the judge. How do I sound on this? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to make more content like this if y'all found this helpful. But yeah, take care of yourselves. I love you. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Tell your loved ones you love them. Be kind to yourselves. The world's kind of crazy out there. But perfect. Take care of yourself. Whoa, did you hear that? That's funny. Somebody just followed my stream. All right, I'm glad y'all got to see that. Perfect. Let's get some sounds up in here. I appreciate you and I love you if you're out there. I'm glad you found me. That's very interesting. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and hang this up now. Y'all take care of yourselves. Peace out.